Actually, I want we talked with Wanjiru. People have done to me a better. Yes. It's more than a director Faith. You know, we even thought, I've even thought Director Faith was there. Because when I was there, she told me she was there. So maybe
I think you just need to you can just check then system about this match you can go back to the geographic can be
Sasa
related,
But me, we take it simple. You can smile. But I just saw my stuff.
Oh, is that so?
I want to make my money.
Hello? Yeah. Yes, please. Yes, please.
You didn't know what you're saying right now?
Yes, I had to confirm.
Yeah, I just saw.
But the voice was very, it was just confused.
You need to make this thing. Slide.
But it looks like a bit
It's commercial. Oh, let me go.
In October 2010, Tony Elomelo, described as a 21st century philanthropist, set up the Tony Elomelo Foundation. Nairobi to Nigeria, creating a representative gathering of African entrepreneurs from 51 African countries. For many of the entrepreneurs, the team bootcamp was the first opportunity to meet each other, network, and build cross-border business partnerships.
Kita
The program included interactive sessions with successful entrepreneurs, inspirational speakers, business and political leaders.
The idea of supporting and enabling and empowering entrepreneurs. Failure for you is not an option.
For Africa does not need a renaissance or merely to rise. In order to achieve her potential, she requires nothing short of a revolution. And you, the entrepreneurs, are the soldiers who will lead it.
Entrepreneurship is a long-term journey. Dare to dream, implement your dream, and stay focused.
It is the right time to be from this country. We are standing at a time where there is no disparity between African knowledge and the knowledge of the world. We are standing at a time where coming together as African entrepreneurs, you are in the place where one of the largest growths is emerging in the world. But the critical thing I want to say to you is that you are the first generation that's going to understand that modernization does not have to be westernization. That you have the capacity inside as Africans to compete with the world.
Ladies and gentlemen, we also have the founder of the Tony Elmina Foundation, the chairman of the Care Holdings, Tony Elmina.
Surprise element to the Vice President of Nigeria, the Prime Minister of Benin Republic, and the Governor of the United States, also on the importance of entrepreneurship across Africa.
This is impossible. Nothing is impossible. Impossible.
With your value, creative value, and these convictions and people is everything. Importance and capital, influence and knowledge, and their ambition. I've got a dream. I have not an expectation, but a certainty. And you are the winner.
We have shown by this project that social entrepreneurship is creating opportunities for others, using commercial methods and strategies against vulnerable to children. Little ways to become like during your Africa indeed today stands ready to seize the future. I say so because of you, young entrepreneurs who are here. Creativity, innovation, most importantly, Africa is our future. And this is what ensure that your countries and our continent is safe in your hands. Congratulations.
Extra officials, the entrepreneurs and the sector women political leaders.
I always begun as wanted to know. I thought to myself, this is what is up. And when I look at it, I saw and I was just 16 years old. And so the first thing that experienced is whatever technology, as long as we do well, doing diligently, very focused, people will actually get to respect you. And so many spaces in our society that exist that need to be filled, and it's about making sure that makes number one next tonight.
Gentlemen, how are you? All right, breakfast? How you doing? Very good. Good morning. Morning. Well, good. This is all good. You look like a man. Yeah. Wow. First time it's good.
From questions I was getting after the session, and a lot of people have gotten after that, this question that the problem of being able to understand how this source for finance is no major problem for many entrepreneurs. Just focus.
Good morning. My name is Evelyn Nongari. I will be the MC for today. I'm the head of marketing and corporate communications at UBA. And I thank you all for coming. We apologize for starting late. I would like us to start with a word of prayer. So if we may all rise for us to pray. Our Heavenly Father, Lord, we come before you this morning. We want to give you glory and honor. We thank you, Father, for this event and for giving us the gift of life. Father, we decree and declare that, Lord, you will be with us throughout the event, oh Father, Lord. And everything that we'll deliberate, oh Father, and launch today, Lord, may it be for the good of this nation. And so today we are gathered here to witness a collaboration between two organizations that share the same values. As the saying goes, no man is an island, and so goes the organizations also would work together to achieve a lot. And so today we are here to witness the collaboration between the Youth Fund and UBA Bank. And if I may just give a brief recap. We are here as UBA Bank, and under the umbrella of our chairman, Tony Alumelo, we have the Foundation for Tony Alumelo supports youth through the program where they give them funds, and so we also have a foundation called the UBA Foundation, where we have one of the focuses is economic empowerment, where we get to empower the youth. And so today's event will be about UBA Foundation empowering the youth through giving them various support through the Youth Fund. And so in the room we have guests from the Youth Fund, UBA Foundation and UBA Kenya, and also the media and the Ministry of Youth. And we also have the alumni who's away on official duty in Nigeria, and he'll give us a speech from UBA Bank. If I may also let the media know and everybody in the room, the event is being aired live via Facebook. Thank you.
Good. Is it morning yet? Still morning. Good morning, everybody. Welcome to this event. It's a pleasure to have you all here. You can see I'm not even wearing a tie. That gentleman in the corner here. But yes, duty calls. So, thank you very much for gracing this occasion. We actually are very, very grateful for all our guests, media board. So, I'll get on straight to it. Chairman, Youth Enterprise Fund, Youth Enterprise Development Fund Management, UBA Management who are here, representatives from the Ministry of Youth, members of the media, distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen. I don't know how many of you have seen a clip where there's this guy being chased by a very big rock. He's running down a hill. I think it's Charlie Chaplin or something like that. With a caption that says, "The life of an entrepreneur." Yeah, I'm sure a lot of you have seen that. I don't know whether it's a true depiction of an entrepreneur. I don't know what that big rock is. Probably it's regulators chasing after you, banks, suppliers, etc. But it gets to a point where he has to hide behind another rock because now things are thick. And a bigger rock still comes after him. But the guy still runs and runs until, and then he makes it and he breaks through. And I think a lot of people say that's a life of an entrepreneur. It's usually very tough in the beginning, but it yields very good results thereafter. So, ladies and gentlemen, good morning again. Best wishes for the new year. We are still not too far in the year. It gives me great pleasure to welcome you all as we announce a collaboration between Youth Enterprise Fund and the UBA, the Bank for Africa, and also launch the continued mobilization drive for the Tanu Elumelu Foundation 2018 applications for the entrepreneurship program. You will see the abbreviations TEF, that means Tanu Elumelu Foundation. Entrepreneurship is the art of turning ideas into business. We can all agree that Kenya is an emerging entrepreneurship hub. Entrepreneurship plays a crucial role in economic development, creating new jobs, driving technological innovations, and enhancing economic growth. I think you'll attest, if you travel around Africa, that Kenya is way ahead. Even with the larger economies, we are way ahead in terms of innovation, in terms of entrepreneurship. We at UBA and UBA Foundation are passionate to support entrepreneurs throughout Africa by economic empowerment. UBA Foundation is a CSR arm of UBA, the Bank for Africa. I speak to you today as a member of the bank and by extension UBA Foundation, represented here by Head of Marketing, Evelyn Mungari, who was here before me. For those of you who wonder, who is UBA, the Bank for Africa? UBA PLC is Africa's global bank and a leading financial institution with operations in 19 African countries and 3 global financial centers, New York, Paris, and London. From a single country of operation in Nigeria, Africa's largest economy, UBA has evolved into a Pan-African provider of banking and related financial services through its diverse channels globally. UBA Kenya has been in the country since 2009 and has continued to play a critical role in the Kenyan banking industry. We offer a full range of banking products, catering for large local corporates and international organizations, public sector clients, multinationals, that include, and some of our products include trade financing lines, working capital facilities, collection solutions, and robust payment platforms. I think UBA is one of the banks that have been very, very instrumental in terms of promoting trade, what we call intra-Africa trade, where countries can trade with each other within blocks like East Africa Cooperation, COMESA, and various other blocks. One of our strengths is that all our countries of operation operate on the same IT platform, which makes transactions very easy to do. Youth Enterprise Fund, YEDF, and United Bank for Africa seek to provide not only financial support to the youth, but also training, mentorship, incubation, and counseling to help them turn big ideas into reality. Ladies and gentlemen, Kenya's entrepreneurship sector has witnessed tremendous growth and innovation. The sector still has untapped potential, and we have an opportunity to impact very positively. We have chosen to partner with the Youth Enterprise Development Fund, for we share the same vision of promoting youth entrepreneurship in Kenya. One of our focus areas under UBA Foundation is economic empowerment. And through this partnership, we will see youth get empowered and become better entrepreneurs. The entrepreneurs will get additional funding through this collaboration, that will be administered through the UBA and funded by the Youth Enterprise Development Fund. The entrepreneurs that have completed the Tony Elumelu Foundation program will be the first beneficiaries of this collaboration. We see more entrepreneurs gaining from this collaboration too. Tony Elumelu is the chairman of United Bank for Africa. He has various other holdings, and that's why we keep referring to him. In conclusion, economic growth and development in Kenya is hidden in the untapped potential from emerging youth entrepreneurs. UBA Kenya will continue to work tirelessly towards developing innovative ways to assist and catalyze business growth for youth entrepreneurs. I would like at this juncture to recognize one of the Tony Elumelu Foundation alumni who won the top 40 under 40 men. Cephas Devi, are you here? Cephas, please stand. That is Cephas, the only other gentleman with a tie. Please give a clap to Cephas. He's done very well for himself. He's the co-founder and director of Concepts here with a K, and Events, an events organizer, a marketer, and an innovator who recently launched Beba, a logistics on-demand service, and he also produces local drones that are unpiloted. He also runs the Young Entrepreneurs Expo, a program that has so far helped over 5,000 young entrepreneurs. A program that has helped 5,000 young entrepreneurs in East Africa to get mentorship, networks, and markets by linking them to the right mentors, partners, and the government and the private sector. Those three things continue to be the biggest challenge for young entrepreneurs. Where do I get a mentor to show me how to read financials, how to see the roadblocks ahead, the pitfalls ahead? How do I get the networks? How do I know the people who sit in decision making to be able to get something done? And of course, how do I identify a good market for my product? I think with these three critical things, entrepreneurs can only thrive once they are available to them. So congratulations to you and to all Kenyans that have completed the Tony Elumelu Foundation program. Thank you. I would like now to invite, it is my pleasure to invite the CEO of the Youth Enterprise Development Fund to give a speech. Karibu. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much, my brother. Ladies and gentlemen, my name is Josiah Moriasi. I'm the CEO of Youth Enterprise Development Fund. Today is a big day for us because we are here to show our commitment in this partnership between Youth Fund and the UBA. Youth Fund was started in the year 2007. Our core mandate is to empower youth-owned enterprises in this country. Since inception, the Youth Fund has been able to disperse a total of 12.2 billion Kenyan shillings to over 1.4 million Kenyan youth. Among those beneficiaries, Youth Fund has been able also to sensitize and capacity build more than 48,000 youth in different skills and entrepreneurship. We have various products, both individual and group products. And in this year alone, in the first 6 months of the year 2017-18, we have been able to disperse a total of 415 million Kenyan shillings. And we are anticipating more. And mainly in this partnership, we are sure that we'll be able to reach out to the majority of the youth. Our core products, the first and most important is the LPO financing that we are using to promote the government policy of the 30% reservation for the youth, women, and people living with disabilities. We have come up with a new product such as the Talanta Loan, which seeks to empower youth in the creative industry. We have business startups, we have business scale-up loans, and currently we are improving our systems to ensure that the youth are able to access loans, a product that we call Mobilance. Ladies and gentlemen, allow me to introduce the chairman of the Youth Enterprise Development Fund to give further details regarding the fund and regarding this partnership. Mheshimiwa Ronnie Sumba, welcome.
Good afternoon, everybody.
Good afternoon.
We definitely need some lunch in this room. Good afternoon.
Good afternoon.
Let me take this very early opportunity to thank UBA, here represented by Timothy and the team, Kihiko and the team, for inviting us to partner in this very noble cause. Let me thank the media for taking their time to come and cover this very important step forward for the Youth Fund, and everybody else who's in the room who has come to support and cheer on this collaboration. I think what brings us together, other than the fact that we are both red, is the critical issue of unemployment. I think that is what brings us together, that it is the urgency of addressing the issue of unemployment. We must remember, however, that I think the bleeding, the unemployment bleeding, has been stopped. We're still in the hole, but the bleeding has stopped. Only a few years ago, in 2010, the country had its highest unemployment rate. Highest in 2010. From 2010, we have seen consistently the number coming down. We're at about 38% of youth unemployment and about, I think it's 17% now of total unemployment. But the bleeding has stopped. The purpose of establishing the affirmative action funds, including the Youth Fund, for the government was to address this specific problem. Now, how have we done? The CEO has already said we have today about 12 billion shillings lent to about 1 million young people. Is it enough? I've had this question time and again. Maybe not. But it is precisely because this is not the responsibility of one entity called the Youth Fund or the responsibility of government alone that we have today partnered with UBA to try and broaden the scope, to try and expand our tentacles to reach as many young people across the country as possible. It is doable, but we have to be purposeful about it. The Youth Fund journey has been full of ups and downs, and many of you, would probably be more familiar with the downs that have been publicized than the ups. But I want to say here today that we have a lot of great stories out there of young, successful people who have been supported through financing. But I always try to remind people, Youth Fund is not just about financing, that have been supported through business support as well, that have been supported through market linkages, who today we are actively providing for business spaces at affordable rates, and many other things. So I think there are a lot of success stories out there. Young people, whether they are mamambogas who have grown and now run a supply chain of vegetables, or a young doctor who started off in one room and today is running a community hospital in Eastlands that has a bed capacity of 140. Cephas here has a story to tell about his partnership with the Youth Fund. He has had probably more downs than ups with Youth Fund. But anyway, today we see he is succeeding, right? And so I think these stories need to be told, that the young Kenyan today is ambitious, is aggressive, is innovative, and requires our full and total support. We are committed to continue to support the young Kenyan to succeed, to prosper, as they usually say nowadays in their language, to slay. It is our absolute and total responsibility. So partnering with the Tony Elumelu Entrepreneurship Program is a natural cause for us. Again, I mean, you've had Cephas here. That man hounded me for a whole year last year to support him with his young entrepreneurship program, where your colleagues, they always walk, I call them the Three Musketeers. They always, oh, they're somewhere, where are they? They're somewhere, I'm sure. Or maybe they're having a snack outside. But, you know, they hounded me, and it is that spirit that we must absolutely support. So I'm very proud of Cephas particularly because of his commitment. Top 40 under 40. By the way, just so you know, I've applied for that top 40 under 40 like 4 times and never made it. I have 2 more years to go. So I'm hoping media, nation guys who are here, wait, Laban, yeah, pass the word. I'm complaining. So well done. Well done. It's that spirit that we need to encourage in our young people. And I must remind the UBA folks as well. In 2014, I told this to Isaac and Evelyn when they came to see me in the office. In 2014, I applied for the Tony Elumelu Entrepreneurship Program and spectacularly failed. Right? So today, you know, the wheels of life have come full circle. So when you expect us to put our signature here, please remember that you failed to admit me to the program. But yeah, so well done, and I want to recognize all the other young Kenyans who've participated in this program and have done well. And we want to expand the number of young Kenyans who are benefiting from this program. So we will be targeting to reach over 1,000 young people across the country. We are going already to 11 counties, which will help us drive the numbers. I think we've already covered 7. We have 4 more to go. We are still launching in Kajiado tomorrow. So we will be in Kajiado tomorrow. We'll go to Kisumu on Monday, and we will go across the country over the next 2 months to support young people to get into this program, because it's a fantastic program. We have also committed to meet the grant shilling for shilling, but ours will be a phase 2 loan, because we want to encourage young people to graduate from just grants to affirmative facilities like ours, and eventually into the commercial space and commercial lending. So we will support this journey. I think the collaboration is important for us to close the gap, and you know, Timothy already alluded to some of those gaps that we need to close. Mentorship. It's not always about financing. You know, I hear this question a lot, that Youth Fund has all this money that we've been given, and we are not supporting young people. And I say a majority of young people don't need money. A majority of young people need mentorship and coaching in the ways of business. And so this partnership is going to help us deliver this. The over 200 people we are hoping to send to Lagos are going to benefit from coaching and mentorship of none other than Tony Elumelu himself. And I think that would be a fantastic opportunity. The other gap we want to close is the gap of business support. A lot of businesses, and this is fact, a lot of new businesses die within the first 3 years of establishment. And we want to purpose, and because this is another question we keep getting, that what happens, what is the success rate of the organizations or businesses you finance? And we say half the time, I think it's 67% of all new businesses fail within the first 3 years. Fact. So how do we reduce this failure rate? Again, this partnership is going to help us to address this by putting in place coaching and mentorship programs for this young, and business support initiatives for these young entrepreneurs. Finally, market. the market is a harsh place, and we need to absolutely support young people to get into the market. We're already working, and I told Isaac and UBA that we need to set up a market aggregation model that helps young people go to market. Because once we aggregate demand for young people, then we are able to easily deal with issues of cartel, particularly in the agriculture space. So again, this partnership will help us close this gap. What's the future? I think the future is bright for a lot of young people. Why? Because we are living in a digital age. The millennial today is a digital native. So they are not encumbered by borders. They are not held back by lack of ideas. Their challenges in a completely different space. So I think the future for us is to talk more about startups. How do we encourage the culture of startups, of taking risk and supporting these startups? How do we encourage the culture from a government perspective and from private sector perspective of investing and taking risk in startups? Are we willing to lose money to encourage startups? I think that's the future. The next future is innovation. We need absolutely to innovate. Half our social problems, or probably more than half of our social problems, can be solved through innovation. How do we support innovation? The government is already investing heavily in infrastructure. Today we are one of the bandwidth hungriest nations on the continent. We have one of the highest social media traffic on the continent. KOT is famed across the continent. In fact, feared is the word across the continent because we are so tech savvy. How do we support our young people to be innovative? Again, we need to take risks. We need to invest more in innovation hubs. We need to, and across the country, we need to invest in technology. Finally, acceleration. A lot of young businesses die because of lack of acceleration. So they start off well, they have their financing, they have their business plan, they have great ideas, but when it comes to the level of acceleration, 2 years, 3 years down the line, they cannot because they do not know how. So again, we need to absolutely invest in this. Without saying too much, because I can't. Let me just say we appreciate the collaboration with UBA. We welcome further collaboration beyond this particular program. I know we've already said we will consider other mid to long-term initiatives. I want to address the elephant in the room. And the elephant in the room is that there's a pending merger. But let me say that the merger will take into consideration the continuity of the affirmative action funds. So nothing stops us from progressing with, addressing our specific target audience, which is the youth. So I want to encourage UBA to expand. I want to welcome even more private sector players to join us in these initiatives. So without saying too much, thank you very much, ladies and gentlemen. I'm not sure what is the next step, but I suspect it is signing this thing. Asante.
Thank you very much. I'd like to invite our top 40 under 40 winner. This is impromptu, but just to give a short speech. I'll ask you questions, don't worry, just come.
Hi guys, my name is Kefas Gedi Kinubia and I'm the founder of Concepts and Events, which is an events and marketing company. and I'm also the founder of Young Entrepreneurs Expo, which is a social enterprise that helps link young people to mentorship, to market linkages, and also to get the kind of right partners. We've worked with the CEO, Mr. Muriasi. Bwana Chairman was my first mentor back in 2014, 2013 there, and I want to appreciate you. They actually financed our Young Entrepreneurs Expo at the KCC, where we had around 1,800 young people coming to get mentorship, and so I want to thank you right now. And also Madam Faith, asante sana. As a young entrepreneur in Kenya, it's really challenging because I remember when we started as an IT company. We used to do websites for people, for schools mainly, and then we graduated to doing events, and now we are in that space of marketing. And it's challenging because, first of all, a lot of people don't mentor young people, and there's this thing that happens whereby you approach a mentor with your idea, and then they run off with it. So that is one of the things that is really bringing down the Kenyan scope, but then also lack of capital. But I'm glad that there are these affirmative action funds that have been helping people, and then with the youth fund, with UBA, when it comes to mentorship, I think we're headed the right way. Yes.
We've heard about today's event, and we're going to also have a signing. What do you think this partnership will do for entrepreneurs like yourselves and other Kenyan entrepreneurs?
It's the right way to go, because I remember coming from Nigeria last year. Then we were given $500,000. We were able to expand. I'm talking about concepts and events. We were able to take up a new office space. We right now we have 43 salespeople who are running around the country, getting us sales, getting us to meet the right people. So I think if you imagine you working with the youth fund, this is going to be tremendous. If that $500,000 was able to take us to employ like 40 other young people, imagine if you're working with the youth fund and then we can actually double that. So that means one SME like mine will be able to employ like 100 people. And so if you have 1,000 SMEs, that is already 100,000 people. And then these young people, of course, like you asking where the other musketeer is, the short one, Maluki. Maluki broke off from us. He started his own company. He has 4 guys that he's employing to do for him. So you see, that is the chain effect that this is going to have. So congrats. Yes.
I know we're going to have the lead hub for the Tonel Medal alumni. Talk to us, please. But if you could just mention, how have you benefited? How was it as a TEF participant, and how was it?
I think going to Nigeria was one of the best things that actually happened to me, because I met close to 1,500 young entrepreneurs. And when you're meeting people from all over Africa, you have this fear that maybe I will approach someone, they'll tell me down, but the eagerness of young people to trade, intra-Africa trade is amazing. Like, I made friends with there's this guy who's in South Africa, and then he told me that once I get my air ticket, then he will host me for a month. So I already have a holiday booked, And then there's so much that guys want to do. Like, guys in Nigeria are hungry for coming to Africa, like to Kenya. Kenya is a huge name out there. Like, everyone knows Kenya. We're good in business. These guys are hustlers. And I think one, we got awesome mentorship. And then 2, there's this 12-week toolkit that they have. If you can actually work with the youth fund and then you share with them that, they can be able to share this with the young people in the ground. They have a 12-week program that is amazing, amazing. It helped me to change my business idea from the scratch, They train you how to market, how to write your business value proposition, everything. So I think those are the 2 most important things, the networks and that toolkit. Yes, not forgetting the money, of course.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
So you've heard it from one of the entrepreneurs. We're going to have the lead hub who's going to take us through the presentation for you to further understand what Tonelo Melo Foundation program is. But before that, I would like to invite the chairman and the CEO of Youth Fund and then representatives from UBA to come to the table for us to sign the collaboration document.
Yes.
Just in case. But he pays money.
So we can exchange for the petition.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Come down there? Or?
You can come down.
I think so. There's no space there.
So we can extend, yeah.
For the media team, anybody with questions for them before we go to the next session? Just, I can take a few questions. Anyone with questions? For the media team, anybody with a question? Okay.
It was crystal clear.
I would like to invite Alan Olingo to come and do the presentation about the Tony Elumelu Foundation. Thank you.
All right, good afternoon, everyone. My name is Alan, Tony Elumelu Foundation alumni and the Tony Elumelu Foundation Kenya Hub Lead. I'm also the founder of Elimisha, which is an online marketplace that makes it easy for parents to find personalized expert tutors who can provide individualized academic attention to kids. Now, I'll try not to talk for too long because you know what they say. It's better to leave your audience before they leave you. So I'll get straight into it. I'm here on behalf of Tony Elumelu Foundation, and I'm going to present to you what the Tony Elumelu Foundation Entrepreneurship Program is all about. We believe that the private sector holds the key to unlocking Africa's economic potential. To that end, our mission is to catalyze economic and social development in Africa through entrepreneurship. And to do this, we're going to focus on three key areas: empowerment of local entrepreneurs, promotion of thought leadership through advocacy, and creation of an integrated entrepreneurial ecosystem that promotes African entrepreneurship. The guiding principles are derived from an inclusive economic philosophy of Afri-capitalism. To achieve this mission, in December 2014, we announced the Tony Elumelu Foundation Entrepreneurship Program. This is a 10-year, $100 million commitment to find, train, mentor, and fund 10,000 African entrepreneurs by 2024. So we are talking about 1,000 entrepreneurs across Africa every year. Launched in 2015, the entrepreneurship program is the largest funded initiative devoted to entrepreneurs. And the vision is to establish the preeminent Pan-African entrepreneurship program designed to equip entrepreneurs with the skills needed to build strong and sustainable businesses. With a mission to identify, grow, create 10,000 startups across Africa that have developed ingenious solutions to pressing economic challenges in their communities and countries to improve lives, generate employment, and create prosperity and wealth. And the goal is simple. We want to create 1 million new jobs and contribute up to 10 billion in additional revenue across Africa within the 10-year commitment. So how does this work? The Tony Elumelu Entrepreneurship Program has 7 key pillars. We have the Startup Enterprise Toolkit that my colleague Cephas has talked about briefly. So these are 12-week online training kit that helps startups with the necessary business tools needed to succeed. So the kit covers things to do with problem definition, idea generation, defining solutions, financials, marketing, sales, and even how to conduct effective meetings. So especially on the model of meetings, I think members of the political class would greatly benefit. The second part is online mentoring. So the online mentoring is an online hub that allows startups to access mentors from across Africa or anywhere else in the world. And these mentors are people who've gone through the entrepreneurship journey. So they can share their success stories and help entrepreneurs avoid common failures. Then there's the online resource library, which are a catalog of materials, case studies, videos, and rich media, and templates, including articles. Then we have local meetups. So each country has an entrepreneur, Tony Elumelu Entrepreneur Alumni Forum, where they can organize and conduct meetups that can drive collaboration. Then we have the Tony Elumelu Foundation Entrepreneurship Program, which normally comes after the 12-week training, online training, and this is normally held in Nigeria. After that, each entrepreneur receives a seed capital worth $5,000 US dollars paid in local currency. So we're glad that UBA and the Youth Fund is coming on board to provide that matching in terms of loan. So that means that any entrepreneur who goes through the Tony Elumelu program has an opportunity to access up to 1 million shillings or 10,000 US dollars. Then we have the Tony Elumelu Alumni Network, of which I'm the leader. So this helps entrepreneurs and past beneficiaries of the foundation to network and collaborate. The online and offline network promotes community collaboration across Africa as well as healthy competition. The benefits of the program are it provides training, mentorship, and funding. And so the scope of the 12-week program is presented here. You can see from week 1 where you define your idea, product, or service. Now, one of the benefits of this program is that whereas most other programs focused on helping startups normally require one to have developed some form of traction or to have some form of proof of concept, the Tony Elumelu program funds even ideas. So for you to get into the program, all you need to do is to have a dream. And at the end of the 12-week program, you need to be able to turn that dream into reality. When I joined in 2015, all I had was an idea, which after the 12-week program, I was able to pivot, refined it, and now we are working on a more sustainable model. And this is all because of the Tony Elumelu program. So week 2 covers scoping the market, opportunity, then we have developing product all the way up to week 12, where each entrepreneur will be required to develop and work on their business plans. Now we have some metrics to share. So up to 96 countries in Africa have participated in the program. 54 African countries, with the largest share going to Nigeria at 13,000, followed closely by Kenya at 1,000 entrepreneurs. And then we have Uganda at 539. The gender distribution, that's not clear, but the gender distribution is 36% female and 64% male. So I think we need to challenge our female entrepreneurs to do more and apply themselves to increase their opportunities towards benefiting from this program. 36% I think is a bit low. Then if we look at a representation by sector, agriculture or agribusiness forms the bulk of the people who make the Tony Elumelu Entrepreneurship Program at 26%, followed closely by fashion, and I think telecoms. It's also interesting to note that there are about 15 countries with a higher female to male ratio, and these are mostly from West Africa and North Africa, Morocco, Senegal, and the likes. So we can do more to have an even distribution here in Kenya. So how can you help? I'm glad that members of the Fourth Estate are here. We request that you can work with us to tell our stories. Throughout the 3-year program, the foundation has been able to back up to 3,000 entrepreneurs, some who have gone ahead to launch successful businesses that are having positive impacts throughout the communities. And you can help to amplify these stories so that the impact can also be accelerated and magnified. You can conduct interviews and share stories in your platform. So even as you scramble for the, to capture the attention of the politicians, we feel that there are other bigger and better stories, and these are stories of the local entrepreneurs who are creating positive social change in their communities. And the media can do them great justice by conducting interviews so that they can better explain what they're working on. You can also tap into your rich resource of networks and help connect us with journalists, who can tell stories. You can interview our leaders, and we have them here. We have the UBA, leaders from the UBA. We have Evelyn, we have Kihika. We have the Tony Elumelu Foundation representatives locally, myself. We have local entrepreneurs like Cephas, we have Maureen there, we have Steve. We have quite a number of people to interview. You can also share data on the number of applications coming from your countries, region, or state, and this will be assembled and shared with you as regularly as possible. We are going to be having many events in the coming weeks, and we'd like to request you to be able to attend and share this through your channels. So we are talking about 3,000 entrepreneurs and counting. Last year, Kenya sent 55 entrepreneurs. That compares to 75 in 2016, and I think about 100 in 2015. So we want to improve on that number this year, and with your support, your collaboration, we know we can send a bigger number this year. That's it from me. I hope you enjoyed my presentation. If not, I hope you had a good nap. I'll be welcoming questions for those who have.
Any questions?
Good. It means my presentation was well received. Thank you.
Thank you. If I may just add on to him, this year so far, Kenya has already 1,200 people who have applied for the program, and we hope that we can increase the number. As you've seen through the presentation, Kenya has been number 2 after Nigeria, and we are hoping maybe somewhere, we're told to dream, we can beat Nigeria in the applications, maybe, as I say. So if I could just request the media, please just spread the word out there that people can actually benefit from this program. Let them apply. They'll go to the portal of Tony Elumelu Foundation. There's a link there to apply, and it's online. It's rigorous, but patience pays, and at the end of it, you will benefit. I would like to invite Maurice from the Youth Fund to say something short. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Evelyn. I just wanted to recognize a few people who are here. One, the people we have been working with, the beneficiaries who are the alumni. Please stand. These young men and women have been supporting the fresh applicants, guiding them through the process of business plan. Thank you very much. I also wish to acknowledge, I don't know whether Kajiado County is represented. Please stand, CEC Kajiado County. Thank you. I think, thank you for accepting to host us there tomorrow for another field launch. Then I would also, in a special way, want to acknowledge the presence of our 2 directors who are not introduced to you. Director Faith Tibet, please wave to them. Director Benson Mutemi. Then our Youth Fund, my colleagues from the Youth Fund, and also our partners from UBA,